Earlier, you saw me take on Debbie and Jonathan in our first or last challenge, which I won. And now we thought it was time that we challenged you. Are you ready to take on the A to Z challenge? You're going to need some paper and a pen or a pencil, and it'll help you if you write the letters A to Z down the left hand side of your paper. We're going to play 2 rounds of this game, so it'd be good to have 2 columns on your sheet of paper too. So if you haven't got that sorted yet, now would be a good time to pause this video and go and sort yourself out. It's time to get your thinking caps on. So we're going to give you a category, and you need to come up with something that fits that category for every letter of the alphabet. So, for example, if the category was going to be colours, then you could say B for blue, Y for yellow, R for red, and you've got to try and come up with something for every letter of the alphabet. But we're only going to give you 1 minute, so you've got to be really quick. Okay, we're about to start the time, so make sure you're ready. In 3, 2, 1, go! And your time is up. How did you get on? Quite it's hard, isn't it? How many letters did you fill out? Well done. Now, let's see if you can beat your time the second time round. So, for this category, you need to come up with A to Z of film or TV characters. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Time is up. Well done. How did you get on? Did you beat your score the second time round? Which category did you find easiest? Okay, so now it's time to hand over to Debbie, and she's going to help us think a little bit more about what it means when Jesus says that he is the Alpha and the Omega, the A to Z.
Thanks, Becca. That was a great game. But I didn't manage to fill out all the letters for either round. I think I'm going to have another go after the session, and I might even make up my own categories and play it again. Okay, well, before we have another look at the Bible, I've got some questions that I want you to think about and discuss with the people you're watching this with. Wait for them to be read out and then press pause and discuss.
If you could time travel, where would you go?
Would you go backwards or forwards in time?
Who would you want me to meet?
I'm sure there's been some interesting discussions around those questions. I wonder what moment in time you wanted to travel to and who you wanted to meet when you got there. And I wonder why you wanted to travel to that particular moment in time and meet those particular people. Let's remind ourselves of the verse in the Bible that we're looking at today.
I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end.
What does Jesus mean when he says these words? Again, press pause and discuss. By saying he's the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end, Jesus is saying he's always been there. No matter how far back in time you travelled, if you could, Jesus would be there. And no matter how far forwards in time you travelled, again, if you could, Jesus would be there too. Jesus has always been there, and he will always be there. It's amazing, isn't it? It's mind-blowing. And Jesus can say these things because he is God. So we're going to sing again now as we praise him together.